Hey there, folks. Hermes Gamba here, and welcome back to our Random Stream Friday. But it's also Spooky Toll, remember, so sometimes I gotta do something a little scarier. I chose Vampire the Masquerade, Couturiers of New York. I think I played it a while back, but dang, that was ages ago. I know most people aren't into visual novels, so that's another reason. But anyway, let's get to it. Cozy, stagnant. Tournament artists will join their ranks tonight. Significant ideas will join their ranks tonight. Okay, we'll be a brouhaha. It will be Tormund. 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 New York taught me to believe in fate. Had you asked me about fate back when I was a human, I would have told you it was just superstitious BS. That we are all designers of our own destinies. Hold on a sec, folks. I'm getting a mess. Just a sec. Alright, I am back, guys. I believe shattered when the richest woman in the United States, the actual richest one, not a face you could have seen in papers, of course, sank her teeth deep into my neck. Happened in the very same place you're standing in right now, by the way. Fate, you decide. Please, there's absolutely no need to be hostile, just listen a little longer. See, my mistake was that I flew too close to the sun. Makes sense that my punishment was to never see it glow again. I was incandescent myself. I was hot shit. I had it all. Money, looks, confidence, connections, men, woman, car, spark in my eye. One you need to be born with. That's when someone far more powerful than me saw my radiance and thought, that won't do. She robbed me of the light erupting from within and gave me a subtle, enduring gleam in its place. She decided that would fit me much better. She was a ninth generation kindred just like you. An apex predator. She probably enjoyed teaching me. Peak of human excellence. My real place in the food chain. Such an eyesore when you look at some loudmouth braggart and see them for all they really are. The temptation to teach them a lesson can be unbearable, right? Well, my sire's lesson was a lesson about fate. A message saying you're eternally doomed to be at the mercy of your sovereigns. It almost drove me to destroy myself. What saved me was the ability to interpret her teachings. Hers wasn't a message of doom, it was a message of hope. Fate exists and one can shape it if given the right tools. My sire didn't believe my tools were fitting for the job. She considered them toys, and me just her amusing subject. Well, she's deader than dead now, and I'm still here, standing right where she stood when we first met. I'd have wondered how I learned about your arrival to JFK Airport. My answer is, of course, destiny. Luck would have it, today happened to be a day some of my associates inspecting the coffins. Driving you here straight from the plane and having you wake up in such an unfamiliar place was a little desperate. I do apologize for it. So rare for you to visit New York. 3 times in the last 15 years, was it? Never eager to inform me you're here. I understand you have that meeting on 53rd Street later tonight, so provide a comfortable transport. I value our relationship very much, don't get me wrong. But it's precisely because I value it that I'm going to ask you to repay the favor you owe me. You're the only one I trust to do the job well, and without attracting attention. You might think I'm crazy asking you to breach the rules of our society like this. You might think it's impossible to get away with it unpunished. But this is New York, and I don't know about other cities, but this one, fate really exists. And right now, it's smiling in your favor. This is how it begins. The music is pounding. Your pulse is keeping pace. This is one of those nights that make you feel alive, even though it started with you feeling dead. First came the messy breakup, then the realization you have nobody to talk to about how much it sucked. So you decide to roll with the punches. One Facebook search for your local events later and you found just the thing for your malice. A short subway ride and you find yourself at the club just outside Dumbo. Not a fancy one, mind you, more like a slightly refurbished warehouse, but hey, at least the drinks are. The DJ seems really know his shit too, alternating between cutting-edge industrial techno, classic Detroit crowd pleaser, expertly feeling out everyone's mood. An hour passes, then 2. Usually you feel awkward coming to a place like this alone, but tonight, you find something soothing in joining the crowd, blending in even as you allow the beat to take over. Sweat, yours, other people, soaks through your shirt and pants in a matter of minutes. A thought pops into your head. From the outside, the fully packed club must seem like a stuffy, smelly nightmare. But here, in the thick of it, it's become exhilarating. You're not even on a pill tonight. Had to remember the button, guys. There's this Latina chick whose curves are accentuated by the light dress clinging to her body. She keeps bumping into you. Something tells you it only seems incidental. Yeah, it's a good night. Wish it could last forever. You know all too well what the next day holds. Waking up, getting dressed for work, the commute, the 9-to-5 grind that will make you just enough money to pay the rent. Keep living in your overpriced shithole of an apartment. With Jessica moving out, it'll be coming out of your pocket. You run some quick calculations in your head and immediately come to regret what you did. Never mind, you spot the girl, Latina again. She's next to another guy, hitting it off. Your chance of not going to bed alone, gone, just like that. Damn. Your mood temporarily shot down. You leave the dance floor and stumble your way to the filthy bathroom. Take a look in the mirror and start to wash your face obsessively. Over and over. A voice from the past echoes in your mind. I never felt this way with anyone. Seriously, I mean it. I feel like all my relationships up to this point were test runs. A shitty way to compensate for my low self-esteem. Thus, this feels right. Finally. Shut up, Jess. This is the craziest effing day of my life. God, I need a smoke. Pass me a light. What do you mean? Cops took the lighter. There's one in your mouth. Shut the hell up. This is not you. Not anymore. Oh, F off. This is so like you. Acting like some sort of Clint Eastwood wannabe when I really, really need you to open up. Think you're impressing people with this tough guy act? I know you. How broken you are. You need therapy. Yeah, now that sounds like the Jessica of the day. Raise your head and look in the mirror. You try to smile, but all you can muster is a self-pitying grin. There she is, Latina from before. He says you look like you need a drink. You hesitate for a second or two and then blurt out surprisingly enthusiastic, yeah. You start to talk. Quickly becomes evident that she's into politics and you are eager to please. You might be a corporate drone, but you spend a lot of evenings reading theory, actual theory. I bastardize Twitter cliff notes, organizing for all manner of causes. Status quo sucks. There must be something better, she agrees. You seem to subscribe to the same progressive political theories, have compatible ideas about the DSA's missteps. You even watch the same YouTube channels. Your goals are aligned. She's a bit more radical than you'd have guessed. You attended a few rallies, been to a few protests. It does sound like she broke her share of faces and kicked more than a couple of cops in the nuts over the course of her activists. Her zeal is infectious. She taps into pent-up anger that you didn't know you had. The noisy club stops working for you. Both, so you hit the streets. Just as you're leaving, the DJ starts playing All the Things She Said by Tatu. Y'all know the song. All the things she said, all these things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. Check to yourself. Try not to slip into a bad headspace. It's chilly outside, soon enough. Find yourself too invested in listening to the girl's voice to care about anything else. Realize you've been holding hands for a while. So every car is empty save for a stoic middle-aged couple and a drunk staring intently at his own feet. Plenty of room to stretch out, and yet she sits right next to you. You feel her thigh pressed into yours, her breath on the side of your neck. Maybe it's the booze talking, but you distinctly hear a voice. She'd like to crash at your place. I got a better idea. Point you're down for anything. I'm down, the clown. As long as I let you spend the last few minutes with her. Takes you to a sleazy motel in the Bronx, trading a few words with the balding, tired-looking guy at the front desk. Hands her a key, still holding her hand, the woman. She up the stairs. Now, I got my own place, but you willing to play for a hotel? Some ain't right. Some ain't right. It's almost comically stereotypical, complete with flaking paint and a sticky floor. Doesn't matter though, the moment you step through the door. Gotcha. Take the leave, but she's having none of it. Before you know it, you feel a rickety bed pressing against your back. Sloppy, fun, fierce. And once does she lose the initiative. Your hands reach under her t-shirt. Strange. Didn't look like she was cold outside, but now her skin feels eerily cool, as if the infusion she slaps your hands off her. She has no body temperature. Overwhelmed by the sensation. Darkness. Not talking about Charlie Murphy. Taste of liquid fire and smoke on your tongue. Sorry, kid. I did what I had to do to leave the city in one piece. Don't worry. With my blood and your principles, you're gonna do just fine. Door behind her as she leaves. I helpless on the soil. Ah, the bed is soiled. What the hell, man? Why did you choose this place? Matches for some time, minutes, hours, before you can focus enough. Piece together your evening and hits you, the big hunger. Throat makes you inside shrivel with terror. Encompassing emptiness that throws you on all four. You crawl for a while, squirm on the floor in thundering pain, then jump to your feet and bust out the door. You black out. This isn't the room you saw when you last closed your eyes. Curse at you, a small, naked, buff dude holding a short leather whip. What a goofy... He throws a punch. He yells out several slurs. He hits you in the jaw. You black out again. Guy isn't moving anymore. There's blood on his neck. There's blood on his arms. There's blood on the floor. There's blood everywhere. Oh, this is one sick puppy. You're sitting on top of his corpse. You hear a whimper. They're a woman. Tied to the bed frame, an eye mask over her face, red marks on her back. You happen you want to stop but can't. She almost manages to scream out but dies in her throat. As you bite into the side of her neck, you drink blood. You're drinking blood. You can swear you feel her life force escaping her body, entering yours. Suddenly terrified, you tear away. She's not moving, but she's breathing. There's barely a mark on her neck. The guy on the floor, though. What you did, you feel like throwing up but can only gag. Panic sets in, another realization dawns on you. Your heart's not beating. 2 fingers on your wrist but feel no pulse. Same thing on the neck, nothing. There's no breath coming out of your mouth. You have to get out. Get someone to call an ambulance for yourself at least. Probably too late for dude on the floor. Did you really kill him? Tis. What a mess. Jaw. A tall, handsome, broad-shouldered man fills the entire frame. He brushes an imaginary speck of dirt off his perfectly tailored suit. Hey man, you gotta quote me, call 911. So that you get arrested and reported as a jail suicide within the next 24 hours, because that's the only way that plays out, son. Moving an inch where he's standing. He shakes his hand in mock concern. Murder, assault, that's 25 to life. If you're lucky, since you're not, it's a death sentence. Takes a glance at his expensive-looking watch. Lucky for you, it's been a slow night. Otherwise, I might not have gotten here in time. Come on. Sun comes up in a few hours. You don't want to be around here when it does. Son? What's the matter when the sun comes up? Ah, so you don't even know. You're glad I got here before you made yourself scarce. The man approaches you and starts talking. His tone remains unnaturally calm. Oddly enough, you found it both soothing and slightly unnerving. Now, listen to me. I know this is all new to you, but I've dealt with hundreds of strays like you, and going to be experienced. They tend to fall into 2 categories. First, they're the smart ones who carefully obey my every word. Try to pull off anything stupid. Always get them where they need to be, safe and sound. And there are the dumb ones. Punks who thought they could take me on. The wise guys who tried to contact somebody secretly and without permission. Troublemakers who tried to run off. None of them got their destination in one piece. In fact, most of them never reached their destination at all. Slightly bored and monotone. You can tell he's given speech before like dozens of times. So you see, while I generally consider myself pretty smart, I'm also a Mets fan. It's my one true weakness. One that inspired me to come up with 3-strike system when dealing with punks like you. Get on my nerves once or twice, well, I understand. Not all of us perform well in stressful situations. You 3 times and you're out. No excuse, no forgiveness, no mercy. Talking, he slowly approaches you. With a theatrical swagger to his walk. Eventually he leans in, abruptly invading your personal space. You realize it's a test. He's daring you to do something about it. 3 strikes and you're out. See, I understand, sir. Now, this is something else. This man's very presence still has problem of feeling in your heart. I understand, sir. Glad we have an understanding. Move on. Is there anyone you'd want to inform of your current situation? Tell them you're alright. If for some reason the slight sense of chill down your spine, there's something very wrong about him. Someone closest to you? Ex-girlfriend. She kinda hates my guts, but yeah, I suppose it would be her. Puzzle looking to decide to prod further. Life hates your guts. The man look of pity. Turns his eyes to the corpse on the floor. Rains or pours, I suppose. I have to ruin her day and let her know you're alright. Give me her phone number. Someone take care of it, directly of course. Couple moments from your list of contacts. Thank you. Useful in illustrating my next point. The phone, the man hides it in his pocket. From this point on, you are subject to different laws than the ones you grew up under. You watch by many eyes and ensure these laws are respected. You're forbidden from letting anyone know you're still alive. You're forbidden from showing your face anyway. They know you, and if anyone comes looking for you, it's over for both of them. Both you and them. Sorry guys, my system is in the way of my words. Unless you want your girlfriend to end up at the bottom of the Hudson, I suggest you cooperate. Fancy, you put Jess in danger. Dang it. You care for her enough not to do anything selfish. By now, it's obvious. He hates your guts as much as you hate his. We're fighting, you're almost willing to oblige. Alright, I think it's enough lecture for today. One of a bit of schedule here. Now, I don't need to hurt you, but I can do it in the blink of an eye. We're clear, I have the authority to end you right here, right now. Not an idle threat. So are you going to play along, or do we have to do it the hard way? Come on, let's just go. It doesn't look promising. The guy is fit, determined, and looks like he means business. Confused, exhausted, and on the verge of a panic attack. Fine, let's go. He almost looked disappointed. Wise decision. Follow me, please, and close the door behind you. Who's just coming too? Oh, no, this is totally effed. Handle and close the door. The man leads you downstairs. You contemplate signaling the bald guy at the front desk, but he's too busy watching some 90s action flick on a small, ancient-looking TV. He's totally oblivious. Jackson Jean-Claude Van Damme say, I just want to go home. Kidnapper stops by the door and addresses you before opening it. Know what you're thinking? You're thinking. Soon as the door opens, he's making a run for it. Can't outrun him. I'll give you the trouble. You can't. Inside my car and I'll get you where you need to go. Try something stupid and you'll regret it later. Self-clear. You just turned me in. Better from that. Besides, I have my orders. After him. Almost eerily dark. Side windows, light-proof. Man gets in the driver's seat, starts the engine, and drives away without another word. Are we going to the hospital? To the hospital, I doubt my insurance can cover it. Good news is, medical bills aren't likely to be a concern anymore. Just be careful. Forgive me, I'm not in the mood to wax poetics. About the state you're in, or my role in tonight's event. Just remember, if you want to survive the next 4 hours, just play along. This is a nightmare. This is for your own good. Times being what they are, you should consider yourself lucky. 20 more minutes, and exhaustion catches up with you. Streetlights fade into a blur. Car stops, and the doors open. You emerge from your dream-like state and find yourself some kind of underground parking garage. You two are the only ones here. The man points to a nearby door. Go on in. Make yourself comfortable. If you get hungry again, take a look in the fridge. Pick up tomorrow. You'll get your answers. Behind the door is a small room. No windows, just a simple bed and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. Small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. Guess I have no choice but to trust you. Took you this long to figure out. Remember, when I said you were lucky, I meant it. See, my job is to get rid of problems, but I'm not always this polite about it. This time I'm stiffly told to mind my manners. Leave me when I tell you, considering how this night could have turned out. Being stuck in here for a night is a really good deal. Now get in. I'll throw you in. The stranger nods. Good night. Nighty night. He closes the door behind you. Looks sturdy, but as he's locking it, you know the claw marks all over it, looks like. Previous guests weren't satisfied with their stay. Dwell on and check the fridge. There's a single plastic bag there filled with red liquid, no label. Tomato soup? Feel sick to your stomach, best leave it for now. Lie down on the bed. It's a simple mattress on a metal frame. You can't help but think it looks exactly like the one back at the hotel with the bound woman. Alright, you killed the man tonight. Or did you? Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's an elaborate prank. The girl at the club just might have put her up to it. Tall guy's clearly in on it too. Now he's back with them. They're all laughing their asses off. You don't know what to think anymore. Your mind races. But you're too tired to keep it going. Finally, you tense up one last time. Before drifting away into oblivion. You wake up. That in itself is a surprise. You barely remember when you drift off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, more like plummeting into an endless void. Imagine how death feels like. The room has changed. The lamp is still on. The AC is still rattling. The refrigerator is still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You slept for 17 hours straight. Maybe you died. Your breath is gone. You feel no thumping in your chest. That qualifies dead if you're still conscious. You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing. You are hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling, though. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen. Spreads to your chest, throat, and back of the head. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. You take a closer look at it. If it's soup, then its color and texture are off. You pull the cork out and take a whiff. You recognize the smell immediately. Holy shit. There's no mistaking it. It's bagged blood. The smell is faint. You remember some situations past where you found it nauseating, but now it's almost no. Not almost. It is enticing. Tonight I'm going to suck your blood. Blah, blah, blah. Time to send me a drink. Feels wrong. Right now, there's barely anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour the little liquid into your mouth. Tastes bland. Reminds you of cheap supermarket juice. Just enough flavor to register is what it claims to be on the box. But nothing like the real thing. Nothing like what you had last time. You swallow it. Somehow you don't feel sick. Messed away, you can't help but think it feels nourishing. Take a few more sips and then just another one. Suck on the bag a little more. Eventually you find that you've emptied it entirely. You look at the info pressed on the side of the bag. 450 milliliters of it. Even with its blandness, you still feel like having more. You realize your body longs for that intoxicating high you felt when. Whichever corpse crosses your mind, causing you to wince, what have you become? Try to piece your thoughts together. Make sense of it all. When you hear the lock click, and you see the door open. Standing there is the well-dressed stranger you met yesterday. Immaculate suit again, that predatory look, like a hawk on a hunt. More relaxed-like, so like a tamed hawk. Maybe. Good evening. Slept well? No, 1 star. This place sucks. I see you had a bit of a snack. Was that really blood? Type RHO+. Positive. Not that easy to get. Glad you liked it. Come on. You got a place to be. Cars humming in the empty parking lot just outside the door of the cramped room you had spent the night in. Spent the day in. The man motions to it politely, but with a stern look on his face. Hijack the car. trusting you here, man. I'm touched, sincerely. The door is locked. The stranger takes the wheel and starts the car. Driving silent for a while. From time to time, you catch glimpses of familiar streets or landmarks. Through the blackened windows, but it's of little use. The car is also soundproof, so all you can hear is a bit of traffic humming in the car's engines. The driver doesn't say anything and seems focused on the road. Check the door handle. Yeah, the door is locked already. The piece of dark glass separating you and the front car looks sturdy, though. There's nothing left to do but wait. You didn't have time to think about it before. Do you realize now that you're hungry? No, not exactly. Not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest. Extract information from the man behind the wheel, but you realize you'd prefer to bask in the afterglow of your last meal. Wouldn't have expected it, but you spend the rest of the trip lost in your thoughts. A lot of them concern blood. There's another 20 or so minutes to get you to your destination. Open, you try to get your bearings. Still in New York, that much is certain. Queens, maybe. After me. No sudden movements, policeman. Most of a nice looking building. The house is a 2-story gallery called the Art Hole. 2 large men in suits flank the door on either side and they give your companion a nod. Prompted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full, which is unusual at this time, to say the least. About 2 dozen faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guest's attention. Visitors are well dressed for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the walls. Atmosphere is polite, unnaturally so. Many guests turn to look at you and the stranger who brought you here. The guests are very... You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you. It's willing to appraise your worth. And this was at your previous job interview. Like being a piece of livestock, inspected for all sides for any imperfection. So your wage could be haggled down. It was dehumanizing. Made you feel dirty. When they called you the next day to offer you the job, you declined, even when you're a nobody. You become even less if you trade away your dignity for a paycheck. Memory makes you feel warmer inside now. The state of your bank account never did. Good evening, Kedar. And to you, child. Corvos takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand. The gallery, a crowd of strangers. You being brought here against your will, what purpose? The room awaits your response. Good evening, miss. You're addressing the Prince of New York City, Helena Panhard, child of Masquerade. Thank you, my sheriff, but I'm capable of introducing myself. Plain looking and doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm, but still the entire room is intently focused on her. She has influence over these people, that much is clear. You may address me as Prince, child. I realize your introductions into life was abrupt, and I understand your sire left shortly after. Rules of society dictate I punish you both for this transgression. What the heck did I do? I'm sorry I became a vampire. Blah, blah, blah. A murmur of agreement, maybe, heard from the gathered audience. But I am willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. I don't understand. What are you saying? You're first into a world you have not realized the existence of, but before you can partake in it, there needs to be a trial. Judged by the court of New York City. Kedar, tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. We're on a secret society make-believe. Trusted informant who Remain anonymous at this time, tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Yeah, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. The hunger made him savage. A prostitute and his client in a Bronx brothel belonging in one of the ministries. I have already spoken to Sansaru about this and made sure to blow over. The fledgling himself. Surprisingly enough, he offered little resistance last night and cooperated in our way to the safe house. Pleased not to have to force his compliance. Quick chat but wishing to appear here post haste, I urged him to join me, which he did without struggle. Again, a pleasant departure from my usual routine. Partially slacked with the bagged blood we kept in the safe. Had a pleasant enough drive here. Thus arriving at Elysium tonight. One of the faces. Beautiful woman with curly, almost blood-red hair. Just to match, you see her whispering to some bespectacled man with an absent-minded look on his face. Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, Kata. I take note of this fledgling's behavior and will take it into consideration later. Attention team. First, there's the matter of your side. The person who brought you, Kata, I picked you up last night. Who were they? A Latina woman, very radical. Unless she convincingly lied to me, she was special. Extraordinary. She had conviction. She had fire, conviction, temper. She seduced me, easily in fact. Made me think she wanted me. I fell for it, and now I'm here. Feels awkward talking to a room stranger about what seemed like a one-night stand at the time. Even though the Latina made an impression on you for sure, her face is already fading from your mind. Well, she never even told you her name. Okay, does that sound familiar? No, it does not. At least not familiar enough. I'll continue the search after we're done here. She rented out a room at the hotel. Talked to the receptionist. He might know something about her. Likely, but regardless, thank you for this observation. I'll investigate this later. With the fledgling, my prince. What is your recommendation, my sheriff? Thou shalt only sire another with permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. I'm ready to fulfill my duty. Stay your hand for a moment, Kedar. Wish to consult my counsel, miss. Make sure everyone is in agreement. Of course. Seems strangely relieved. The prince leaves the main showroom and a handful of people follow around. All the talk of tradition and council was when the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Sophie. Sheriff, I was wondering if I could have a word with the fledgling. What for? She lowers her voice in response. Come now, Kata. We all know the verdict is going to be. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stain your hands tonight after all. Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for domination. Anger, sadness, hope, gratitude, and resolve. I will get my sword. He steps out the room that way you came. You are left in the showroom with the woman in the red dress. She takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you. Well then, fledgling, you are in quite a pickle. Was that about a sword? Wait, did I hear right? What did he say about a sword? Your hearing isn't faulty. We only have a short while before the prince hears her counsel. Out and Kadar returns with his blade. So listen, please. Last night you became a vampire. Wait, what? Oh yes, I'm well aware of how ridiculous that sounds. It's the reason why we have these nicer words for it. Kindred, being, embrace, having a sire. The fact remains. The beings called vampires, you're looking at them. They're us. Glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you. They're commenting on you in hushed tones. Many of the persons are pale, really pale. Most hold glasses of wine. No, not wine. That's not the right thickness, and not the right color either. You're trying to come up with something sensible to say, but you're drawing a blank. It makes a morbid kind of sense. You drank blood last night, but there's no denying it. Your breathing has not returned. Your heart remains still. A vampire. Two voices in your head start battling for supremacy. One of them slowly begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together, coming to a conclusion that no matter how insane it might seem, it makes sense. The other voice keeps saying, what the, on repeat. You're surprised. That's often how it plays out by design. Couturier deliberately keep you in the dark as well. At all. If we do nothing, you will be cut down as sure as the day follows night. Here to offer you a chance, a way out, under one condition. I'll take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight. A deference to Couturier will work in our favor. She might agree to this, but only if you feel fealty to me. I am not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect on me. Reflect negatively well, I will make sure you face the consequences. What happens if I refuse? Prince will ordain, and I am certain Couturier will do his duty. You, my poor fledgling, will die, for good this time. Me, there's a chance you will not. I can be a guide to this new reality. Can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and her council are returning. Peter's will starts towards you. Hear the verdict, asks to be spared. I will intervene. Remember my condition. Her mouthy smile towards Couturier, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a curved oriental-looking metal scabbard, fastened with a colorful sash around his waist. Looked vaguely ridiculous if it wasn't surprisingly intimidating, first and foremost. Tell you what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna save. And we're gonna come back. I'm gonna make a dumb decision. Takes his place next to you and observes the prince takes center stage. Kendra to New York City. Camarilla gathered here tonight. I have made my decision regarding this fledgling. This is you. Decision to make. For your part, you have not done anything to earn our error. I do feel a genuine sorrow for what must be done. We are all keenly aware that these nights close our ranks and trust the wisdom of our elders and their traditions more than ever. Tolerant dissonance when our very existence is under constant threat. Knowledge of some of the council's divergent opinions on this is specifically at one of the people who left the room before. A rather plainly dressed, shy-looking man whose skin has somewhat healthier tone. He bows his head. Authority over the fledgling fate, and I declare that while their embrace might be the side's responsibility in their absence, the progeny that must be punished. Its final death to resolve this presently going on. Down here, so its beautifully detailed blade, which you expect must be worth a small fortune. Its apparent sharpness makes you freeze up. 2 outs, bottom of the knife. Nobody but you. Besides me, you know just a hint of sadness in his countenance. Vanishes to give way to grim determination, and he's out to bat. Expecting to become a slave, your life is over. Well, there's to it. Whatever this nightmare is, it's time for it to end. Bad dream, waiting for you to wake up. In a single clean cut. And for this uneasy sleep, just endless void of nothingness. Endless void of nothingness. Endless void of nothingness. Well, I had to give y'all one ending, right? Tell you what, maybe next time we'll try a different one. If this game lets us. Whew. Still taking everything a long time to load. Wow, your file completely vanishes if you die. Well, guys, I guess that's it for now. As always, thanks for stopping by. We'll be back next Friday with something different. But you know, our weekend, we're going to be back with a Island Wake. As always, thanks for stopping by. And I will catch you later. Hermit out.